Alright, let's see what we have here. I got this big old box from a whatnot auction that Steve with Tronicsfix and Rob with Restorish were running not too long ago. Figured I'd do a video on some of the repairs from that. I think that everything that's in this box was previously tested and found to not be working. So we'll see what condition Steve and Rob gave this to me in. I'll start with just the box, I guess. Looks like a recycled box from Handheld Legends that they shipped everything in. And kind of shaking things around, it feels a little loosey-goosey in there, so we'll see. I don't know who packaged it, if it was Rob or Steve, but we'll see. We'll see what everything looks like in there. What I ordered was an NES and 11 games that are supposedly all broken, and 2 Dreamcast, but what I'm going to be working on today is just the NES stuff. I'm going to save the Dreamcast stuff for another video. There's a lot of... Okay. Can you see it? Just kind of... I'm surprised that Rob or whoever packaged it just kind of put the stuff flapping around in there. I guess it's all broken already, but I thought, I don't know, not that I expected it all to be individually wrapped or anything, but at least a little better than that is what I would have thought. So I'll take out all these games. Oh yeah, there's also controllers. Let's see, 3, 4 NES controllers. Throw those down there. Oh, there's another game. And let's see, there's a Dreamcast. Yeah, you probably can't see any of this. Let me just take this out. There's a Dreamcast. Hey, they signed it too. I'll have to show that in a second. There's another Dreamcast. And the NES. Alright. Let's take a closer look at some of this. Uh-oh. Did they not sign the... Oh yeah, they did sign the NES. There it is. Right there. Tronicsfix and Restorish Rob. And Steve. I guess that says Steve. Kind of hard to tell. Okay, let's see. Thought that in the posting they had notes on some of this stuff. All I see is a number 23. I don't know if there are any notes in the package that fell out or in the box. I don't see anything. So, don't know what I'm walking into here exactly. Let's take a look at what games we got. California games. Bases loaded. Tiger Helly. There's a Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. Oh, this one has a note. No work. Okay. Top Gun. Oh man, I've never tried to land the plane on that. I always heard that that was really hard to do. Bases Loaded 2, second season. Another Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. RC Pro Am. Fast Break. Just realized you guys can't see any of this. Here we go. World Games. And another Top Gun. Okay. Well, there's prices on some of these too. I wonder if that's what Steve paid for them. Looks like anywhere from like $5 to $10 for each of these. And there's 4 controllers. Oh, there's notes too. Buttons. 2 to clean. Buttons 2 to clean. I don't know. I can't read it. Needs. See. I don't know. B button tough. Okay, I could read that one. Maybe you just have to press really hard because it's not hard to press. That's what they mean by tough. This one just has an X on it. Okay. So we'll look at all those sometime. I'm not going to focus on the controllers as much this time. What I would like to do is get the NES working and then start going through the games to see if we can get all the games working, or at least some of them. Before I do any of that, though, I have my personal NES, which I want to use as a test machine, and it's not working. I'm having a weird power issue. This NES, when I got it years ago, it came in with no power, and I took it apart, did a bunch of troubleshooting. I'll bring it up over here. Did a bunch of troubleshooting, uh, plugged in the power. Seemed like everything in the power supply was fine. So I started kind of reassembling things a little bit, and when I put it all back together, it was working fine. And it worked fine for years, and then all of a sudden one day, went to play some Zelda, and no power again. So there must be a cracked solder joint, or a loose connection, or something, somewhere. Let me plug it in again real quick. Maybe by some magic it's working again. Alright, plug that in. Yeah, there's nothing. No red LED at least. I can try wiggling. Yeah, wiggling the connector isn't doing anything. All that stuff seems fine, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I did verify that the power supply has 9.55 volts coming out of it, so I guess I need to take this apart first and see what exactly is going on with it. Hopefully, it's just a loose connection or a bad solder joint or something. It'll be a nice quick fix, so then I can use this for testing some of the games. Kind of like to get a baseline for what some of the games are doing. Maybe some of them work, maybe some of them don't. I'm not sure the condition of everything that Steve and Rob sent me, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Get all these screws out. Sometimes they don't like to come out. Let's see. Got 3 of the 6. There's a couple more. One more not coming out. There it is, that one in the corner. Push it out. Yeah. There we go. So, just out of complete curiosity, shouldn't have changed anything, but going to plug the power back in, and I've taken the top of the case off. See if it works. No. I can access some stuff, maybe. Yeah. I don't know what I want to do. Guess I'll take it apart a little more. Yeah, it's still doing the same thing. Okay. And we'll keep going. Get a screwdriver. Better one. Had to use this long Phillips to get all the screws out of the deep holes in the shell, but I don't need that to get the rest of them out. Alright. See if I can remember how to take these apart too. Not too much to it. Something I might do too, haven't decided yet. I might do a recap of this when I get it all apart, because I've never swapped out the caps on this. I don't think there's that many to do. I think that I've got some kits from Console 5 laying around. Might as well go ahead and do that. I don't think that's the problem, but it can't hurt. All these caps are old. Dried out, probably causing at least minor issues with video or power or something. Alright, out of curiosity again, I'm just going to keep doing this as I go. Plug it in. See if it does anything different. I really don't know. I mean, last time I had this problem, I took it apart. Same thing. It wasn't working at first. Took it apart, plugged it in. It was working when I had it apart. Put it back together. Not working anymore. So I don't know. There has to be a loose connection or something somewhere. Looking at the solder joints from the power supply, those look good. I've had that off before, so I've resoldered it. I've reflowed it. That shouldn't be the problem. Nothing else obvious on my board that would be causing these issues unless it's inside the power supply. Like, I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll take the whole board out and see what we can find. Could be a bad connection of the wire inside that cable, maybe, or a little. I'm looking at the pins. The pins don't look corroded or anything. Those connections all look solid from what I can tell. I put some stuff under the scope just to see once we get to that point. Get some of this stuff out of the way now. Let's see. So now I've got it torn down here. Let's plug some of this stuff back in again. Oh, it goes like this. See if we have anything different. I'm gonna laugh if it turns on this time. If it does, I'm really gonna question these cables, especially the blue one. Alright, grab my power cord again. Put that there. No, still nothing. Try wiggling this loop connector. No. Interesting. It's gotta be a bad connection somewhere. What would be causing this? Power connector itself looks like it's got maybe a tad bit of corrosion or just some smudgy looking stuff on it. I'd laugh if that's all it was, but I mean, jiggling it all around, I would expect that's probably not the problem. Who knows? Who knows? Take this back cover off and check for some loose or broken, cracked solder joints there. Yeah, get off there. There we go. I can do some voltage measurements here too. Not really. I don't see anything obvious. Let me go under the microscope real quick and we'll just take a closer look. Switch over to it. So that's the power. Wait. That's the power coming in. I don't see anything obvious with that. That looks kind of weird. What is that? Can't tell from the side of the board. Get something to point with real quick. This right there. I mean, doesn't really look like a problem, but it looks like something that maybe could be reflowed real quick. Kind of, yeah, little chunk out of the solder there, but yeah, this is all part of the power connector right here. So maybe I should just give all this a reflow real quick and then try again and see what happens. I wonder if that made a difference. I've already touched up all the solder joints that go to the main connections to the board previously. And that was the time where I tested it. It was working. I was like, okay, it must have just been a cracked solder joint. Put it all the way back together, and then nothing. Once I got it back together. Ugh, dang thing. Okay. Plug in the power now, and we'll see what happens. And where's the power button? There it Where's the LED? Oh, oh, okay. The red LED, maybe I can show it on the scope real quick, is blinking. So, was it just, gosh darn it, was it one of those joints? Is it going to do the same exact thing? I don't know, but that's encouraging that at least now it's blinking red. Ah, dang thing. Okay, let me switch back to the other camera. How frustrating. If I put it back together again and it's still doing the same thing, oh man. Alright, unplug. Let me do a little bit of cleanup on that flux too real quick. Oh yeah, Restores Rob, thanks for pointing this thing out. I love this thing. I used to just stick my toothbrush down into the bottle, and this is what happens. See how brown it is? There's all sorts of sediment on the bottom. Ugh. Putting it in that thing, so much nicer, so much cleaner. Really like it. Alright. Start throwing this thing back together and see what happens. Need to unplug these again. Gotta remember how all this stuff goes again. This goes like this. Is that upside down? Upside down. No? Yeah? No? I don't know. You can tell how much I work on NESs. Not super duper often. What am I doing here? Did I grab the bottom? Yeah. Oh. Okay. I think. Just put this back in. Now I'll figure it out. Of course, when you're recording stuff like this, then you just look like an idiot sometimes, I guess. How the heck does the shield go? This? Okay. The shield goes like this. This goes like this. Alright. Back on track now. Need to put this into here. There. There. Okay. Things are coming together now. Now, before I go any further, let's plug back in again. See if it's still working. Better be. Oh man, it better be. Plug that in. Yeah, I got. You can see it there. You can see it from the top. Red blinking light. Okay. Dang thing. Alright. Sometimes it's good to show yourself struggling, because some people, there we go, I think I got it. Some people make it look really easy when they cut out all the stuff where you're just fumbling through things, fumbling your words, fumbling with screws, fumbling to get the cartridge thing back in. Sometimes I like to see that stuff just so you can see that it happens to everybody. Nobody's perfect. And good enough is often perfect. At least that's what I think. Something that I think is helpful, maybe picked up on, I like to put screws roughly in the same orientation that I got them out in. something that this blue mat is really nice for. Uh, Helps you keep track of which screws are supposed to go where, and also when too. That's why I compartmentalize them. Gotta put these on before I put the top RF shell back on. Also with plastic screws, you want to screw back to the left first, so you make sure you line up with the threads, otherwise you could cross thread the old plastic. That looks good. Who's taking bets? Is it still going to power on when I get it back together? Oh man, it better. Might do something that I've never done too, is might hook up a an AV to HDMI converter and plug it into this setup so I can bring it up directly on the screen, just one of my sources. I have a three-way switcher, one for the camera, one for my microscope, and the other one's just blank right now. Might put something on to switch either between that, or I have an oscilloscope too with an HDMI output that might be cool to hook up sometime to look at stuff. We'll see. Yeah, maybe I'll go do that real quick. Not turning on again. What? Oh, something on the board must be flexing when I put these screws in, and a cracked solder joint somewhere is causing us a lot of grief. Okay, well, dang it. So I got it back to this point, and yeah, it's not turning on again. Oh yeah. Okay, well, let's take it back at least a little bit apart. Wonder if I can at least get it to where it is powered on when it's somewhat reassembled. I don't know. I mean, I've got the board sitting in there flat. What would be causing this? This is such a frustrating issue. I haven't even gotten to the fun stuff yet. Maybe this is fun for somebody, not fun for me. Why is my NES treating me like this? And then back to this stage. See if it's any different. Again, I don't expect it to be, but I don't know what's going on. Nothing. Nothing. Not a zip and zilch. Has to be something with the power board, I would think, because there was nothing coming into it. Nothing coming out of it, I guess I should say. Oh, come on, get off there. There aren't that many caps on this board. I wonder if I should just recap it while I've got it out. It's not being lazy about it. All the solder joints on that connector look fine. Oh, I just realized I forgot to put the cover back on that. That I don't think would have caused any problems. I mean, it was working before I got all the way back together. What? Would heat have had something to do with it earlier? Kinda at my wits end. Like, is it maybe it is a cap thing, and Heated something up with the iron earlier? I don't know. Very strange. Do some more measurements and see what I got coming in. And that'd be just the thing if I had nothing coming out of my power supply now or something weird like that. Let's see. I think this is center negative. I don't know which is which here. Let's just see. I'll just poke around and probe around. Don't know which that is. What? Where? Alright. Do some probing on these just to figure out what connects to what. Maybe it is something with this connector the whole time. So the middle pin goes there. Can I even... Yeah, I'll try to touch the other. Yeah, the other goes to this outer ring. My probe leaves are too fat, so I'm touching both at the same time. But there's no short or anything, is there? No. So what? I should be measuring a voltage there. Let me go back to my supply. Is my supply flaky? Ooh, or it's just not making a good connection when I plug it in. 9.55 volts. Nice clean voltage. Let's see. I think it was like this. I'm getting like, it's kind of bouncing around a little bit. Oh man, if that's the problem, if it was a dirty connector this whole time, I'm getting like, it's bouncing around between like 1.5, half a volt to like 1.5. What? I just need to get something in there and try to clean it out a little bit better. Yeah, that is weird. Why is it doing that? Let me just try cleaning that real quick, and maybe that's all it is. Just dirty on the inside there, but it really doesn't look that bad. Find a cotton swab and clean it out. Try to clean it out. I need to, yeah. I barely put that in. I got a little bit of dirt on just the outside. I need to use my pliers. This is a trick you can do. Flatten Q-tip to get it to fit down in tighter spaces better. I need a little more. Ouch. Wow, okay, there's a lot of junk coming off of there. I'm actually kind of surprised. Didn't look that bad. Do the same thing with the other side of the Q-tip. I can't believe how much junk was coming off that. Here we go. Gosh, it's too fat. Can't get it in. Can't get the Q-tip in there. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Not that it was super dirty, but there was definitely more on there than what I expected. I don't even know if you can tell. Yeah, you can see a little bit of black, kind of, on it. If that was it, it's okay. See it blinking. Well, yeah. All right. Who wants to bet? That was the problem the whole time. I feel silly. It's okay. We've all been there. Right, guys? We've all been there. Oh, get off there. Okay. I'll see if I can remember how to put it back together again. Maybe I won't make you suffer through it this time, but I think I know what I'm doing a little more this time since I just did it. Oh, don't forget. Yeah, put the screen back on too this time. Okay. And then we'll get her going. If you can't tell, I'm not the best videographer. I don't take videos very often. I just like to work on this stuff and hang out with people in chat a lot of times. Maybe one of these days I'll get a decent camera and mic and all that set up if I want to do this stuff some more, but really I just have fun fixing the things. Everybody that records videos and does all that knows how much extra work, how much longer everything takes when you are recording stuff, all the editing you have to do, all the setting up shots, and I don't even do that much, so alright, does it still work? No. What is going on? I don't understand. Why does it work fine when I have everything apart after I clean it and do something, because it doesn't even work immediately at first. Oh my gosh, I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Oh boys, what are we doing here? Am I missing something obvious? I really don't think so. This is so strange. It has to be a cracked solder joint somewhere, or something of that nature, that it works when I have it apart, and it stops working when I put it back together. But it doesn't work immediately when I take it apart, and I don't see anything obvious in the area, and I thought I just confirmed that power was not getting to the inside the connector. Plug it back in again. I feel like Vince from My Mate Vince right now. He has some weird things like this happen sometimes where it's just a frustrating head scratcher. You guys watch him at all? I watch a lot of YouTube fixers. I watch a lot of My Mate Vince and buy it, fix it lately. Like watching both those guys a lot. And Steve from Tronicsfix, of course. This is such a strange issue. I don't get it. Okay. Take it back apart for what, the third, fourth time tonight? I don't know. Feels like the 20th time. Everybody knows that despair, that sinking feeling in your stomach when you get it working. Yay, everything's good. Put it all the way back together. Not working. Then you know I had to take it all the way back apart. Or if you just forgot to put something together, whatever the case is, we've all been there. Oh, I hate that feeling of knowing that it's something intermittent or just something you forgot. Terrible, terrible feeling. But that's alright. We'll get there. Don't lose hope. Is it working now? Percussive maintenance? No. I'm almost wondering if it isn't an issue with the caps. I should just take the caps off and do it. What am I doing? Maybe, especially this, the big input cap, maybe that's putting such a huge drain. Maybe that's why when I was trying to measure the voltage, it was like trying to charge the cap, but the cap was holding it down. I don't know. I'll get some caps real quick and see if we can't just replace those. Maybe that was a problem after all. That'd be nice if that's all it was. Let's see. NES front loader cap kit console 5. If anybody does this as a hobby, console 5 has great cap kits. Takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. You don't have to hunt for the caps themselves. Just buy the kit, slap it in. They have good quality caps too. I've never had a problem with any of the kits I've gotten from them. Plus they give you fireballs or whatever the equivalent to a fireball is. The candies. I love those things. Unplug the power while you're doing this stuff. Wonder if they threw a 7805 in there too. No. Yeah. If I had to guess, I'd say the 5-volt regular is still fine. But what a pain. Alright. I think people have different methods to taking this off. I think what I did before was I just took all the solder off of here to take the whole module off that way. I don't know if that's the best way, but that's probably what I'll do again this time. Because why not? If I was good enough with a solder pump, I'd probably use that, but I've just never been able to use those things. Maybe I always had cheap ones. Or I think it helps if you have like a silicon tip, which I think mine's just like a plastic tip. All my years of soldering, I've just never had good luck with them, so I'm just gonna wick it all off. And use probably a foot of wick in the process. It's okay. How about I cut off this foot of well, I just used a lot. Yep, there we go. Someone's still hanging on. Who is it? Oh, I think I got him. There we go. Got her off. Okie dokie. Definitely gonna measure the ESR of these caps when I take them off, just see how bad they are. Alright. Those caps are kind of a pain to get to. Not terrible, I guess. Start with the big one, the big guy. See what that one's looking like. Try this first one. What is this? It's a. May or may not still have a bunch of voltage in it too. Well, no, it's only 25 volt. 25 volt, 2200 mic. I've got the Peak Atlas ESR 70 Gold. This thing works really well. Might not be able to see it anyways, the way I have my camera set up. It's okay. Let's see. Well, 2000 mic, 0.07 ohms. That is probably fine. If I had to guess. I mean, that's 10% would be 220. So yeah, that's fine to guess. That cap's probably fine. That's kind of crazy. Okay. What else we got? Got the legs out. Let me just try this real quick. See if I can get it. Huh. Did it. First try. Okay. Maybe I'm just not good at cleaning this thing out or something. Got both of those. Okay. I'll keep going. Let's see. Which one? Oh, got them all out. Yeah, I'm curious to see these. I didn't keep track of which went where, but just to know if it was on the input or the output of the 5-volt regulator. Ooh. What does this one say? It's supposed to be 1 mic, but 4.6 ohm? That seems like a high ESR to me. This one's supposed to be 100 mic. .66 ohm. This still seems a little high, but maybe not. Another 100 mic, 1.13 ohm. And this one's another 1 mic. 1 mic, 5 ohm. I don't know. Well, maybe now. I've got the capture placed on the power board. Let's plug in the power board. See if it works this time. Better. We take a bets. Let's see if I get a voltage in. Hey, 9.55 volts. That's a good sign. What about the 5-volt regulator? Yeah. I don't know if it actually... I don't think the 5-volt regulator gets anything until you switch power to it. So I'd have to route it that way, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that right now. Got voltage going in now. Let's see how we do. Well, I still got 3 more caps to do, I forgot. Let's go and get these real quick on the main board. Didn't know that my NES was going to be an all-night project, but that's just how it goes. Thought it was going to be something simple. Maybe I still haven't actually fixed it, but I think it's more promising than what it was. Okay, all lined up nicely, I think. Let's just see what it does now. Will it turn on? Yes. Okay. Will it turn on after I start getting all the screws in? This is exactly what it's done like the past 4 or 5 times that I've done this. I believe in this time though. I believe. Gotta believe. Gotta have faith sometimes. Come on. It had better work this time. Please. I'm asking nicely. NES. Haven't even gotten to figure out what's wrong with Steve's yet. Gotta do a lot of editing on this video. If this thing doesn't power on here in a second. After all this. And oh boy, oh buddy, old pal. Might be done for tonight. Alright. Before I put the top cover on, let's just see what it does now. Taking bets again. I'm losing like crazy here. I'm betting it's gonna work this time. Here we go. Hey. Must have been the caps the whole time. Must have been those real high resistance ones we saw, like 4 ohms or something. My gosh. Well, we're not out yet. Let's get the top cover on. see if that does it. Man, oh man. What a mess this has been tonight. Might have to do a 3-parter. Part 1, me fixing my NES so I can work on Steve's NES. Part 2, fix Steve's NES. Part 3, fix his games. It's a lot of work though. You'll see what I feel like. I don't know. I like doing this stuff. This one was frustrating though. I should have just changed the caps from the beginning a long time ago. But I really didn't think that's what it was. Since it would work when I took it apart, I don't know if, man, I really don't know if I was, as I was probing stuff, if I was jump starting one of the caps maybe, or just, I don't know. I can't really explain it. Some of those caps were definitely high ESR. Alright. Plug it in again with the cover on. Power light's blinking. Still. Ugh. Okay, so now going to hook up the AV. Switch channels. I haven't tried it yet to see what it does. I have to remember how I did this. I don't have the right cable, so I got a red-white to a red-white. So annoying on the NES. They got yellow for video like normal, but then red for audio. Why? Why red for audio? I mean, red is normally the white channel, so you just have to pay attention. Because you need to, since it's mono, you need to plug it into the white on the TV, or whatever you plug it into. So I think I'm going to do red for audio, white for video on this side. And on the other side I've got, yeah, red going to the left channel, not the red, and then white going to yellow, so all over the place, but that should work. Okay. Let me switch sources and see what it does. I think this is my scope. Yep, that's my scope. And this should be the Super Nintendo. Let's just see if I get Blank screen. Yeah, it's got a flashing screen, which is normal when you don't have a game. I put in good old Zelda. Who thinks that the game will work on the first try? There's the second question. Yep. I don't know if I hear anything, but I don't know if I have the sound turned on either. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's trying to do here. There we go. Yep. It's working. I plug in a controller. A known good controller, not one of Steve's broken controllers. Where are my controllers? I need to restart it after I plug a controller in. I think that's how the NES works, if I remember. Oh. Yeah, let me reset. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you have to use select to select. Shows how much I remember about this game. Yep. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Mine's working. Oh, I might not do a whole lot more tonight, but I at least want to see what Steve's is doing real quick. Let's just see. Let me unplug all this stuff. Move mine out of the way. I'll switch back to my camera real quick. Okay. We'll just see. I haven't even really looked at Steve's yet. I mean, it's pretty dirty. Rob definitely did not clean it. Oh, the power button. Okay. Power button was already pressed and it's blinking. Will it just work? Was it just untested? Maybe it just has a dirty cartridge slot. I need to take my game back out. Test. I'll hook up the cables. Maybe after all this, it just works, and this is just a video about me fixing mine. What do I do? It's gotta go like this. What? Oh, it was already pressed down. What? Well, what I was saying earlier, if you put this together wrong, the cartridge slot sits up too high. I think it's kind of. Oh, what the? Yeah, I just pushed. Something is definitely misaligned. Alright. Out. You know what? We'll look at that real quick. Maybe that's all that's wrong. Cartridge slot was dirty. Someone took it apart, put it back together. I don't know. We'll see. If that's all it was, Steve, Rob, we'll see. Less of a hassle than even mine was to work on. See if it has all the screws, first of all. Yeah, one. Think this thing will be worth any money, having their signatures on it? I think so. Autograph. Steve and Rob. Worth more than me. Yep. It had all the screws. That's a good sign. Oh, of course, there's one that doesn't want to come out. That's fine. First glimpse on the inside. Oh, Rob has not been in here. It's a little dirty. Oh, I don't know if anybody's been in here. Is that? Yeah, this is sitting the right way. Why wasn't the game going in? Yeah, let me just try again. With the cover off, it would be a little easier. It's like something is in the way. Something's misaligned. I don't see anything obvious. What? Why won't that go in? Or, wait. Oh. It is going in. The pins are just really loose. Like, you don't even have to... Yeah, the pins are just extremely loose. Like, I'm barely touching it, so... I bet that's all that's wrong with this. There's a screw that came out. So... Man, I mean, it needs cleaned. Look at these dust balls. Ugh. Ugh. Let me put that in. We'll just plug it in and see if it does anything. That. Need the AV. Let's see. Red to red, white to yellow. I'll switch sources back over. That's the scope. Okay, this should be SNES. Let's see what it does. Or the NES, not SNES. Yeah. I had to guess it's just a bad connection. Let's see if I can mess with it a little bit. Holding it down. Yeah. Hold it up. Yeah, I think it's just loose and maybe dirty pins, too. Loose and dirty, if I had to guess. I mean, there's no resistance. Switch back up. It's loosey-goosey. Very loosey-goosey. Alright. Well, I'm going to take this thing apart. Go give it a good cleaning. And then I'm going to boil the 72 pin connector. Try to tighten up the pins a little bit. I don't know if I'll show all this. I showed taking mine apart 10 billion times. So, yeah, I'll go do that. And then we'll throw it back together and see what it does. I have a good feeling about this, though. Probably should recap this one, too. I bet I will, but first, I'll just see if I can get it to read again, because I bet that's all that's wrong. Just loose pins. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Let's see how it goes. Alright, let's see. I'm back with my freshly cooked 72 pin connector. I haven't tried it out yet to see how a game fits in it. Got it all nice and dried out, and I gave the shell and the motherboard and everything just a real quick cleaning. Definitely not a Restore Rob level. Oh yeah, already it grabs it a little better. It's still not quite. It's definitely not as tight as the one on mine, but I think that will work a little bit better. I need to bend up some of the pins. I don't know. I think I'm going to run with this first and see how it does, though. A lot of times boiling the connector not only cleans all these pins, but it also gives some of their strength back, bends them up a little bit. So, we'll see. I'll just run with that. So I'll get this put back together enough to test, and we'll see how it looks. It was pretty dusty. Got some There were a few dead bugs too, but not bad. Not anything. I mean, I imagine this was just normal use. Sat in someone's closet for a long time, and eventually they got rid of it or something. So there was nothing gross about it. It was just normal dust and dirt and a few dead bugs. Definitely not cockroach infested. Anybody? Well, that's interesting. I've never. Wonder if someone has been in here before. That'd be crazy if they had, but I don't know that I remember seeing caps across the 7805 like that though. Unless that was a quick fix. If I had to guess, I'd say that neither Steve or Rob took this thing apart. It didn't look like it had been apart, and I mean, if I had to guess, the only problem is that these pins were loose and they powered it on, saw that, and I don't know, didn't think it was video worthy, so they set it to the side. So I'll put it back together and see how it does. It's hard to tell if anybody's been in this before. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Just for testing, I'm going to put the screws in this, but leave off the top RF shield. Plug it all in, and then we'll see what happens. Who's taking bets on this one? I think it might work. I don't know. I would think that the only problem was just how incredibly loose the cartridge slot was. We'll see. There could be more problems. Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't get it all powered up and terrible pixelated CPU or PPU problems. Oops. And I didn't do a recap yet. I probably will eventually, but we'll see how this goes first. Maybe it'll work without it for now. Okay. Let's see. Get my power plugged back in. First, let's see. We still have power LED. Yes. Good. Okay. Now, let's see. Need the AV cable. How do I do this? Red to red, white to yellow. Put the game in. Yeah, it definitely is way snugger than before. It was so loose before that I thought that there was a misalignment and I was hitting against something. It was just sliding all the way to the back with zero resistance before. Alright, let me switch sources over to AV. And let's see what it does. Loosey-goosey cartridge slot. Might have been a little dirty too. Let me turn it off and plug in my controller and then see what it does. Alright, here we go. Yep. Ooh, that. There's some weird lines. That could just be... Maybe the cartridge slot still has a... Yeah. Okay. Controller seems like it's working fine. Yeah. Vertical lines. Let me unplug and plug it and see if that does anything. Vertical lines. Vertical dotted lines. I wonder if that's a PPU issue. Well, we'll see. I need to do some Googling on that. Yeah, I just bumped it up. just messing around, see. Maybe some of the pins are still a little loose too. Let me hold it all the way down and see what it does. Oh, that's worse. Okay, maybe it is just a pin issue still. Maybe I need to bend up some of the pins. If I hold it all the way down, yeah, it looks different. If I hold it halfway down, that looks better. So yeah, it's just a pin issue. Yeah, oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, well, switch back. That's a lot better. At least it's reading the game. Yeah, still just some loose pins. If I had to guess, I'd say they're all clean now. Just still a few loose ones. So I'll bend all these up. Any that look loose or bent down more than the others, and then we'll try it again. Unplug power. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, looks like the outer pins are definitely kind of curves up in the middle. It looks a little wavy. And on the outer edges, looks like those pins are down more. Yeah, there's definitely a hump in the middle. So I just need to work on bending those pins back up. Oh yeah, just looking at it, like, yeah, I didn't notice that before. Almost like the whole thing is bent up and out a little bit. Yeah, I'll work on that a little bit and see if I can't get them straightened out. Alright, I'm not gonna bother screwing it in this time. We'll just roll with it, plug it back in, see what it does. Alright, here we go. That looks better. Yep, I think it was just some of those pins were a little loosey-goosey. Let me try it again. Move it up, move it down. Yep. I think that did it. Okay, so now let's get all the screws back in. Switch back to the camera. And we'll see if it still works when it's all the way plugged back in. Unplug power grid. One of the reasons I was interested in buying this from Steve's Whatnot is because I only have the one NES game, just Zelda. It was a random one that my grandma had bought me at a garage sale many years ago, not realizing that I didn't even have an NES. I had an SNES, and but I hung on to it anyways, so that someday when I did get an NES, I'd be able to play it. And finally, 30 years later, probably, it's when I bought my broken NES that I was working on earlier and finally played it a little bit. I still haven't beaten it. I still need to go back and beat it. Zelda games are by far my favorite series of all time, but Ocarina of Time, easily my favorite. Followed by A Link to the Past, I'd say, for the SNES. That was the first one I ever played. But Ocarina of Time, I love that game. I play that game all the way through at least once a year. Such a good game. Alright. Really, if I get this one working, I'll probably sell my other one. I have no sentimental value for it. Like I said, it came in a job lot, came in with no power. I'd mess around with it. It worked at first. After I disassembled it, reassembled it, worked for years. Stopped working all of a sudden, and then you saw what all I had to do tonight to get it to work. I guess it just needed new caps. I guess. We'll see if it still works. Maybe in a little bit I'll check it again. Well, that thing better not be acting up anymore. Yeah, maybe I'll give her to that one. Let's see, ready for the top. Where'd I put it? There it is. I was going to wash these in the sink earlier, but I was afraid to wash off the autographs. It looks like it's probably permanent marker, but I don't know. I didn't want to risk it, so I'll just wipe it off carefully later. Alright. Will it still work all together? Let's see. Go. Where'd my controller go? There it is. Plug in controller. Put in the game. I'm going to switch sources over to... I think I'm on it. Yep, okay. And... Alright. Yeah, no more lines. As far as I can tell, that looks normal. Yeah, I might still need to give this one a recap, but at least it's working. It's functional for now. Ooh, fairy. Alright, yep, I'll call that a win for now. Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say Steve just never took this one apart. I mean, they found the initial issue with it and figured it wasn't going to make a good video, so they just put it on the shelf and eventually got rid of it. So we'll see if that's the case for these 11 NES games too, and maybe some of the controllers, and I'll get all those going in a separate video. Yep, I think that wraps it up for now, though. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.